My name's Ava I'm a sophomore, and when I think of the word testimony, I always think back to like these amazing testimonies I've heard at church, where it's like, it all comes to this one big moment in someone's life, and it's like, this is the moment I knew I was a Christian. And for me, when I think of a testimony personally, it's more of like how you know the Lord, and like you learn more about the Lord every single day of your life. And so I feel like my testimony, at least, is going to continue on. And it's not like, it doesn't come down to this one moment in my life. It's more like over time how the Lord has shown me his love for me and like come through. So I'm just going to share at least one of the stories that are like those core memories of like me realizing, oh my gosh, this guy is real. Like, God is real. He is there for me. So some of you guys might know this, and some of you might not know this, but I was born into a very Christian home. My parents are both missionaries. If you don't know what a missionary is, that's basically if God told my parents to go somewhere, like they're gonna go, they're gonna pick up their stuff, and they're gonna move there. And when I was 5 years old, my parents got told by the Lord that we were going to move to Spain. Spain is in Europe, if you don't know. They speak Spanish. So when we moved there, I started going to public Spanish schools, which was rough, because if you can imagine coming to this school, but every single word everyone around you says, you just don't understand it. That was basically my life for at least 2 years. Just going to school, sitting in the classroom 5 hours a day. Everyone around me speaking Spanish. I had no idea what anyone was saying to me. I couldn't communicate with anyone because I only spoke English. And it was really stressful for a little kid just to have to go through that and not be able to communicate, not be able to understand. And my parents always told me like, oh, we're in Spain, this is a great thing, God told us to be here. So as a little kid, it was easy for me to get like frustrated. I'm like, I hate this sucks. I hate Spain, I hate the fact that I have to go to class here and not understand what anyone's saying. And I got really mad with the Lord. I was like, I do not like this guy. Like, if he's the reason why we're in Spain, I'm not here for God. And I just got this resentment. I didn't want to pray. It was a really rough time. And I remember my dad telling me, like, Ava, you should just pray for anything you want, just pray. And I was like, no, I'm not praying. That's not for me right now. But he kept encouraging me. My dad actually spoke for FCA a few weeks ago, Derek Moen. He's the volleyball coach here, so you guys might know him. But he kept encouraging me, and so finally, little Ava, I was like, okay, fine, I'll pray. I was a little kid, so what did I pray for? I prayed for gummy bears. That was my prayer. I really, really loved candy, and I still do. But I prayed for gummy bears, and my dad was like, Ava, you just keep praying for that. Like, it doesn't matter. It sounds like a stupid prayer. Just keep praying. And so I did. I kept praying for gummy bears, and it was about 3 days of praying for these gummy bears, where I went to class, and in Spain, when it's someone's birthday, you're expected to bring something for the whole class. So someone in my class brought candy for the entire class, and there was like individually wrapped candy bags. And so I got my candy bag, and I was probably in like first or second grade at the time, and I remember opening it up, and right on the top of the candy bag was a package of gummy bears. And I remember in that moment, like, oh my gosh, this is what I have been asking the Lord for. This is what I wanted. And I remember thinking, like, this was kind of a stupid prayer. Like, out of all the things God could do for someone, like, he's gonna give a little kid candy. Like, that seems very insignificant. But for me, that was like, wow, God sees me. He sees my needs. He sees my prayers. And he really cares for even the little things in my life. And since then, like, I always have remembered back to that moment, like every prayer I say, like, he's there for me, he sees me, and that just experience really changed my life and like how I viewed the Lord. And it really helped me in Spain, like, be able to make friends and learn Spanish, like, as the years went on. We lived there for almost 10 years, so of course, as time went on, that became home. And I just say, and God did so many more things over the time that I was in Spain. A lot of friendships he provided for me, and that's also like my entire life. Friendship has been something super important to me. If you guys have ever been in a class with me, you know I probably talk to like every person in that class. That's because I really, really care about friendship, and I really care about making people feel welcome, because as a kid, I didn't have friends. I wasn't welcome in classrooms, mainly because I couldn't speak their language, but that's just something super important for me, and God has provided amazing friendships, some who are in this room, but that's also just been an amazing way God has provided for me, and He's done a lot of other things in my life, but, and I know He's going to continue to do things in my life, so if I were to encourage you guys with anything, it's just know that your testimonies never comes to an end. There's never one point where God is like done showing you everything He has for you. He's going to continue to teach you things your entire life. So always be open to that and always be looking and continue praying. Never stop and think, oh, this is it. I'm a Christian now. Like, that's my testimony. It's over. It's never over. Like, your entire life, God can still teach you things and show you things. And I know He's going to continue doing that for me. And yeah, that's just what I'd encourage you with.